vice-chancellors in charge of research and cooperation with the business world and in charge of internal control and evaluation were given a hand of welcome by the vice-chancellor. After going through their portfolios, they were presented to the population to effectively take their positions and start work. To see one of their sons, in the person of Associate Professor Kingsley Ngangelyunga, be appointed by the President of the Republic, Paul Biya, traditional rulers in Boya came out in their numbers to support him. As family members and friends exchanged flowers, hugs and handshakes, it should be noted that the decree appointing these personalities of the University of Boya was signed and published on June 17.
At least 7,000 farmers have benefited from over 800 million francs CFA to supply tons of certified cocoa beans for agro-produce management services for the 2021-2022 cocoa season. The disbursement of bonuses saw farmers in over 300 localities in Cameroon, where AMS Limited has farmers development centers. Kuma Honore.
Over 800 million francs CFA has been paid to 7,995 farmers, supplying over 16,000 tons of certified cocoa beans during the 2021-2022 cocoa year. The week-long disbursement took place all over the national territory in localities like Obala, Akunolinga, Tiete, Bukito, Fako, Meme, Ngila, and Konjok, where AMS Limited has farmer development centers. The beneficiaries took part in the Rainforest Alliance certification training, implemented the required norms, were inspected by an independent third-party organization together with the Agro-Produce Management Services Limited, and deemed successful.
This year, we are to give about 2,000 farmers of this FDC their sustainability differential. That is what we give them as incentive for what they have done, good practices that they have followed. What we taught them, they have followed, and they have received the sustainability differential as incentive to do more.
The premium process has started last week at Yaoundé. We are continuing the process of paying the farmer in Southwest region. Most of the farmers are satisfied. We have not yet received any complaint actually.
This is the 10th time Agro-Produce Management Services Limited is paying a successful certification cycle. The bonuses, otherwise known as premium, is an additional amount that cocoa farmers receive over the normal market price after a successful certification year.
ECOM decision for distribution of premium is not an internal decision, but it is a worldwide decision. The truth is, the world is struggling to move towards sustainability, and it is the chocolate consumers who came up with an idea of a motivational premium to farmers who will meet the standard of production. And so ECOM just hearkened to the voice of the need in the future. We are calling on the attention of the farmers to make sure that whatever good lesson they have learned from us towards sustainability, they should be steadfast, because the world is fast calling everybody towards sustainability.
It is a token from consumers through chocolate companies to appreciate farmers for respecting required norms and producing good cocoa quality.
For the moment, as for this year, it will help us a lot because we lack of chemicals, and this will help us in buying our chemicals.
Education will begin. I think begin and two, they come for holiday. It will help me for say begin and they can't fit fine. They go back for school well. With this premium way, the MS don't support me for doing.
After implementing the OOD certification standard for over a decade, this is the first time AMS Limited is introducing the Rainforest Alliance standard. Among several local organizations that followed the standard, this success makes AMS Limited one of the pioneers to obtain the Rainforest Alliance certification in Cameroon.
We are attending the mission because in 2010, when Theo Bruma came to Cameroon, asking for agro-produce management to be a local company to execute certification program. It was never easy. No farmer had heard of certification. We had to carry on sensitization and to prove we can move with them forward. From 2010 to now, our graph have been progressive. We are able to move with at least 10,000 farmers who were, first of all, in analog documentations within our office. And this year is the first year that all of them have been digitalized.
AMS Limited is a sustainable cocoa business company that accompanies cocoa farmers through certification, cocoa poachers, and export of cocoa beans. The company has paid over 3 billion francs CFA as bonuses to farmers over the last 10 years.
Millions of widows worldwide were celebrated yesterday, June 23, a day of action to highlight and combat discrimination and injustice suffered by widows all over the world, most especially in Africa. Cynthia Azanu dwelled on this.
Since 2011, June 23rd has been recognized as International Widows Day in an effort to raise awareness of widows' silenced voices, highlight their contents, and mobilize the support they require during trying times. The United Nations has ratified International Women's Day as a day of action to address the poverty and injustice that millions of widows face globally. The International Widows Day 2022 is commemorated under the theme Sustainable Solutions for Widows' Financial Independence. Cameroon has ratified almost all legal requirements protecting widows' rights and the rights of women. They include the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, the Convention Against Torture and Other Cruel Activities and Inhuman Treatments.
Today, more than ever, we stand to celebrate the achievements of some of these women who have been able to rise above their challenges, the obstacles, and the abuses to defend themselves and the children in which they are obliged to take care of. Today, the world counts more than 258 million widows. It is time we look at the strides done so far and the actions that should be taken to ensure that the rights of these women can be defended. We know about widows' rights, we know how challenging, how difficult, and how culturally bound they are and wicked.
However, some widows are not opportune to enjoy these rights due to cultural and diverse traditions.
There's a lot of persecution concerning my attitude towards my husband. They said that I must walk barefooted, I should wear dirty dresses, and then I was starved. I didn't eat regularly because they said that I have to mourn for my husband. Lying on the floor in the night, you have to anytime that you have to sit, if you are tired, you sleep only on the floor. And there's nothing on the floor, you have to just lie like that on the bare floor.
I know we know my right then by that time. So if it happens, say my husband before sick, now me and my sister-in-law go hospital. As he died, my sister-in-law we don't perform all this confession. He told me say, I find pieces one time, I put them for my woman's skin. Like if I not do and so that my husband can't give me belly. I know he gave me pieces, I just move my hair tie. I use them till the day where they will bury that man before they will leave that pieces for me. So now I will stay with until the day we will bring the dead body down for village.
Besides other problems, many widows suffer from a financial perspective. It becomes difficult for them to meet their daily needs and basic healthcare facilities after the loss of their spouse. Therefore, this day gives an opportunity for individuals to stand in their support and make their living conditions much better.
On to something else. A man is currently under police custody after butchering his brother over an inheritance quarrel. The incident occurred recently in Balum West region of the country. Nicole Tako has details.
In the west region of Cameroon, a locality called Baloum, located in the Banjum subdivision, has witnessed an incident between two brothers fighting over the inheritance their father left for them. This incident took place on the 21st of June 2022 in that locality. The two brothers, born from same parents, decided to go physical on each other so as to put an end to the dispute, which has made them enemies since the death of their father. As they exchange words, the elders accuse the youngest of not being the rightful heir and seizing his birthright, while the youngest say the eldest is simply jealous of him. On exchanging words, one of them takes a machete and slaughters the other, but unfortunately he didn't die. The latter later on drank poison to kill himself, but was immediately rushed to the hospital. Reports say both brothers survived, are responding to treatment, and the latter is being handcuffed and watched by the police forces in order for him not to escape.
Cameroon's First Lady, Mrs. Chantal Biya, has presided over festivities to mark the end of year at the Coccinelle School Complex at the Unity Palace on June 23. The matron and founder of the school handed out gifts to deserving pupils at the ceremony that was full of color and sound as the children thrilled parents and invitees with a variety of displays before leaving for the third-term holidays. In a bid to create a development plan for the southwest region of Cameroon, a consultation meeting took place yesterday in Meme Division with various stakeholders, as Tamfu Sidwan tells us.
It was a town hall meeting aimed at collecting and consolidating data within the framework of producing a regional development plan, better known as the Development Bible for the Southwest region. On Wednesday, 22nd June 2022, the regional council delegation was led to Kumba, Meme Division, by the Commissioner for Health and Social Development at the Regional Council, Honorable Etwe Williams, who disclosed that the production of the development plan clearly defines priority aspects related to the development of the Southwest region.
The regional development plan incorporates all the development needs, infrastructure and otherwise, of the region, and it is going to act as a roadmap that will help us to take very important decisions in terms of where we are going to, in terms of what we want to see done in the Southwest as far as development is concerned.
The meeting was attended by traditional and municipal authorities, heads of services and other stakeholders in charge of development, reason why the Regional Council has decided to engage into this broad-based consultation.
It's a process that we are moving from each division to meet the grassroots population so that they can make their own input into this document that some people have been calling the Bible for development in every adventure that we are taking.
There are hopes that the production of the regional development plan is going to be a soft spot targeting meaningful.
My Media Prime TV, the African Eye.
Madame, Monsieur, bonjour. Bienvenue sur My Media Prime.
L'administration
Waiting to build a project that will benefit our respective community, and as such, as the president of the Meme Chiefs, I'm here to represent the Meme Chief, and we are trying to build in input that will go a long way to reflect the needs of our people.
The meeting was also attended by the first Assistant Senior Divisional Officer for Meme.
Traditional rulers in Bafoussam West region of the country have been schooled on how to encourage women to work in synergy and engage more in politics and leadership positions. This was during a meeting organized by an association for the fight against violence on women.
Drew them on ways to put women at the forefront.
The main objective of this project is to get traditional ruler on board. Since they are the power that be, they can push women at community level to participate to decision making. As well, they can also involve women at all levels to participate to local development. That is why they have been invited here this morning to be lectured on how to get women on board in villages.
The fight against gender-based violence and inequality was also echoed during the meeting.
Society, we have been having gender inequality and gender-based violence. Gender-based violence, 85% to 90% are focused towards women, while 10% to 15% are towards men. So we understand that the 85% can be reduced by improving the knowledge of women just by fighting against gender-based violence. Concerning gender inequality, we are promoting gender equity so as to get everybody on board, so that women can also participate to political debate, can also participate to local development and contribute to the development of the nation as a whole.
After the meeting with traditional rulers in the West region, it is hoped that the outcome would be positive and more women will scale up their participation in politics.
And out of the country, the burial date for late Nigerian gospel singer Osinachi Nwachukwu has been announced by family members. The singer will be laid to rest on Saturday, June 25, 2022 in Abia State. According to the program reviewed, a night of worship will hold this Friday in Osichi, Abia State, and will be interred in her father's compound on Saturday, June 25. That was it for today's edition of Prime Flash, produced by Elvis, Modika. Thanks for watching. Stay glued for more programs on the African Eye. Bye.
My Media Prime TV, the African Eye.
Madame, Monsieur, bonjour. Bienvenue sur My Media Prime.
L'administration camerounaise s'est déjà montrée comme une administration budgétivore qui prend les impôts des Camerounais et les utilise n'importe comment sans rendre compte.
Vitrine 237, analyse, débat, décryptage de l'actualité camerounaise sur votre télé.
Noel Tamnjong n'a jamais accepté cette histoire de bandits. Parce que ce ne sont pas les Camerounais qui revendiquent la sécession et qui tuent les gens. Noel Tamnjong n'a jamais...
On se bat pour le pays, on ne se bat pas pour soi. Les Oumouandé, Mouni, etc. n'ont jamais été ni député, ni conseiller, ni président, ni ministre.
Vitrine 237, c'est tous les dimanches à partir de